We'll start with probably the biggest surprise cut of the day, Bailey Zappe at
Yeah.
quarterback. Didn't have the best summer, but still kind of a big surprise here, I'd say, to see him get cut right out of the gate.
Yeah, I mean, they must look at it and feel as though the tape he put out this summer, he's going to get through waivers. I know Phil Perry reported, though, some people even in the building called it a shocker. So this was not something I think that had been discussed leading up to it. I think this is something that sort of just happened today over the last 2 days, coming away from that preseason game. He's going to be back, though. He's going to be back. We saw them do this with Brian Hoyer in 2021. They did it with the kicker position in 2020. It's essentially Belichick manipulating the new roster rules and the practice squad elevations, because they'll get Bailey Zappe on the practice squad. They'll elevate him for the first 2 weeks, and then it buys you a roster spot those first 2 weeks. Then they'll have to figure out what to do. But it's the NFL; guys get hurt. They'll sort it all out then. Now, that's assuming Zappe gets through waivers. That's what's different with the Hoyer situation where he was outright released. But again, they must feel, based off what they saw this summer, that teams aren't going to want to claim Hoyer. If they do, they're fine taking the risk and losing him, and they feel it's worth it to open up that extra roster spot. But I don't think he's going to be claimed. I think he'll be back. We'll be laughing about this in 4 weeks when he's back on the active roster. I think he stays as the backup. If he's not, or if they want to just add another veteran to the room, maybe on the practice squad, I look at Colt McCoy as a guy who got released by the Cardinals in that role Brian Hoyer was in last year. And by the way, Brian Hoyer's not come to save him this time. He's still on the Raiders. Colt McCoy is a guy I would look at. The other guy I wonder about is A.J. McCarron. Played for Bill O'Brien in Houston, comes out of Alabama, has that Nick Saban connection. He turned down NFL offers back in March to go play in the XFL, put things on tape, maybe show his skill set a little bit more. The Patriots have been interested in him in the past. So he's a guy I wonder if they would call. But regardless, I think ultimately Bailey Zappe ends up a New England Patriot at this time tomorrow after waivers have cleared. He might be on the practice squad, but I think he'll be back.
New Fanduel customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, guaranteed. Plus, all customers who bet $5 will get $100 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube at YouTube TV.
He might be on the practice squad, but I think he'll be back.
Yeah, I agree with you there. That, like, when that first happened and it was a surprise, and then you kind of thought of that Hoyer situation where they're just probably finagling things to get another body, keep 7 corners, I think they're at right now, keep all these O-linemen, these tackles they just traded for. But I mean, they don't have another quarterback behind Mac, and we'll talk about Malik in a second here, but they obviously need someone. So as Bill said before, if he's subjecting someone to waivers, he's comfortable with losing them, right? And that's probably where we said it wasn't a great summer. Granted, it was with the backups against Tennessee, but it wasn't a great performance from Zappe. Looks like they might be comfortable letting him go here, but he'll probably clear waivers, you'd imagine, and they just get him right back on the practice squad. And then in a few weeks, he's back on the active roster, and we're just back to where we were 2 hours ago, right? So